Justice Lewis, copy editor for the Columbia Chronicle with the Media Hub Minute. How a Columbia student made $300,000 selling NFTs with only an iPhone. In February of 2020, Elise Swopes, a senior arts management and graphic design major, sold her first NFT, a photo taken of a helicopter flying over New York City that was edited to look like a waterfall was falling from the city's edge. That NFT, shot and edited using only her iPhone, sold for 11 ETH, the equivalent of $17,000 at the time. NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, are digital representations of ownership or rights to original pieces of content or art. Swopes, still using only an iPhone, has now made 104 ETH, a cryptocurrency called Ethereum, which is equivalent to $300,000 in the current market. Swopes, a 32-year-old who lives in Brooklyn, New York, and attends Columbia remotely, plans to graduate in May with life experience credit for her work as an artist, an impressive feat after dropping out of Columbia twice before. She can now say she's worked with companies like Apple, Coach, and Verizon. In response to environmental concerns related to NFTs, Swope says it's easier to say that something affects the environment than it is to explain that various cryptocurrencies are handled differently depending on the platform. According to Fortune magazine, Ethereum plans to launch an upgrade that would cut their energy consumption more than 99%. Swope says she uses her platform to pour back resources into the smaller art community through her Sunrise Art Club, which uses 75% of its earnings to fund women of color involved NFT projects. Senior Vice President and Provost Marcella David said in early January that the college began looking at a range of scenarios for returning to campus. She said one advantage was that Columbia had a later start to the semester than other schools, allowing them to monitor the COVID-19 situation. After requiring everyone in the Columbia community to submit a one-time negative COVID-19 test no more than 3 days prior to their first visit back to campus, some doubts were quelled while new doubts arose, leaving students and staff divided over Columbia's return to in-person learning. Faculty member Madhurima Chakraborty, president of the Faculty Senate and associate chair of the English and Creative Writing Department, voiced concerns for a return to campus for faculty members who are caretakers for their children or immunocompromised loved ones. Diana Valera, president of the CFAC, the part-time faculty union, said some decisions made about returning to campus were made without the union's input, a claim that Senior Vice President and Provost Marcella David disputes, asserting that the return to campus was a collaborative effort. U.S. Representative Bobby Rush has lived in Bronzeville for 20 years, and in a January 21st email to the Chronicle, Rush said he is touched by its beauty and historic significance every day. The Bronzeville Black Metropolis National Heritage Area Act, of which Rush is the lead sponsor, has finally moved closer to a vote in the House and Senate that could designate the area as a National Heritage neighborhood after its initial introduction in Congress in 2016. Author of Southern Exposure, The Overlooked Architecture of Chicago's South Side, and 1988 Columbia journalism alum Lee Bay said the legislation designating Bronzeville as a National Heritage Area would reinforce the neighborhood's importance and change the narrative that described the South Side's architecture as unimportant. The proposed bill appropriates $10 million to create the National Heritage Area, funds that would benefit more than 200 historical neighborhood assets, according to Rush. Sherman Dilla Thomas, also known as the Chicago urban historian, said the Bronzeville Act can unite people nationwide by placing it on a national registry for all Americans. While perspectives about Bronzeville vary, the value of Bronzeville's history is not doubted by its supporters, including U.S. Senator Dick Durbin, who says he has continued to introduce the act with each passing Congress because this neighborhood, with its rich history as a center for culture for the Black community, should be preserved and celebrated for years to come. Though the legislation to create the heritage area must still be approved by the House and Senate before becoming a reality, Rush, who announced his retirement from Congress in January, said he plans to make it a priority for his very last term. Few places have been as touched by African American culture as the city of Chicago, said Rush. From Ida B. Wells to Nat King Cole, Bronzeville is a birthplace of Black genius that has had a lasting influence on our city, our state, and indeed, our entire nation. With the Media Hub Minute, I'm Justice Lewis. Thanks for watching!